good, y'all? Litz here, coming in with my first breakdown of the channel. We got an interesting boxing fight here: Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Scheduled at 160, I think. Um, I think it's 160. I don't even know, to be honest. But I know it's a new weight class for Conor Benn. He's moving up in weight. Originally came at 145, I think. His last couple of fights were in 2022. His two recent fights were in his new weight class, which we seen him look good. Um, seen him kind of have the same speed. But I think he lost a little bit of power moving up in weight, just because bigger guys in there. Almost every matchup, I think he's pretty much gonna go against is gonna have somebody bigger than him. Peter Dobson was 5'10", and this guy was 6'1". So Chris Eubank Jr. 5'11". It's a bigger weight class, bigger people, bigger fighters. So I don't think the power is gonna transfer for Ben. Nevertheless, still a great boxer. I really like how he starts off with the jab early. He's also, with him being the shorter fighter, he does like to level change. So he throws that jab to the body, comes up top. He has a very nice jab, man. He fucking, dude, he sets up the jab with his combos so nice. It's good to see. He's a great boxer. Like, for being 28, I'm not gonna lie, he's a good boxer. He's not bad. Like, I actually thought, pre-film, I thought I was gonna come into this kind of doubting Ben, and this was gonna be an easy, crisp win. But nah, man, I watched Ben, and he's actually good. He is really good for how young he is. But nevertheless, I see defensive mistakes in him, and I see if you watch him, he kind of has his lead hand down, kind of too long, and if you see him, there's times where he floats back and he has that lead hand down. Looks susceptible to 1-2s. And the way Conor fights. So usually with fights, I pick who's gonna win, but sometimes I can't envision the fight, if that makes sense, if that's a word, right? So it's with Beterbiev and Bivol, I couldn't see how the fight was gonna go, but I could see who was gonna win, if that makes sense. Okay. With this fight, I kind of see how it's gonna go. Now, Conor Benn, he starts fast, right? First round, he's coming out with that jab, just jabbing you to the body, coming up top, just starting very fast and starting on the front foot, which I think he's gonna be on for the early rounds of this fight. So I think he's gonna look really good in those first 4 rounds. I think he's gonna look good, and I think it's gonna cause Chris to fight kind of with a fast pace. But even though we kind of seen those fast paced fights with Chris with the Liam Smith trilogy and his last fight against Camille, we seen a fast start from Chris. So I don't think it's gonna bother him too much. I'm just telling you, this is how the fight's going to go. So it's going to be a fast start from Ben. It's going to make Chris, tee up, kind of have that fast start, go shot for shot with Ben, right? And I think the problem with Ben, which we saw in the Dobson fight, is he started fast, but once it got to the 5th round or so, he started boxing. And now what I mean by that is Ben, when he starts off fast, he's using his feet and his feints to apply pressure and to put you on the ropes, right? And that's where he applies your jab, kind of backs you up a little bit, and then once you kind of get to the ropes or close to the ropes, he starts throwing those combos. With the Dobson fight, once it got to the 5th round, he started kind of being in the middle of the ring more, only applying pressure when throwing combos. So it's a difference because you're not cutting off the ring to throw your combos. You're just applying pressure when, you're throwing the 1-2-3 or the body shot that he likes to set up with the jab. So that's why I think he's going to, mess up in this fight, because with Chris, he's more comfortable with being, in a I guess how would you explain it? Like a more of a boxing pace. He's more comfortable with sitting in the ring and boxing with you. So I feel like that's where Ben is gonna mess up. So I think we're gonna see Ben look good here in the beginning of the fight. I think he's gonna take the lead in the beginning of the fight, and then later on in the fight, we're gonna see Chris find that timing. I think he's gonna land the 1-2, and I think with him landing the 1-2 so much, it's gonna make Ben obviously duck, right? Because you're gonna want to duck the 1-2. And Chris Eubank, man, he has a fucking great uppercut. If you watch his fights, dude, this man sets up his uppercuts in like the most weirdest angles I've ever seen. Um, Now Eubank does have like defensive problems because of the shots he throws, and also because of how long he is. So I think Ben is gonna land on him pretty cleanly. But like I said, I think Ben is gonna control the early rounds, and I think Eubank is gonna survive, take Ben into deep waters. I think we could probably see a late TKO, but I think I'm gonna go decision here. I think I'm gonna go Eubank decision. Um, I like it a lot. I also like 1+ knockdowns. I like 1+ knockdowns in the fight. Um, I like 1+ knockdowns in the fight because the pace is gonna be fast. And with both fighters having a fast pace, having good timing, having good shot selection, especially Ben, I think we could see a knockdown in this fight. I'm actually like pretty confident in it. On Hard Rock Bet, it is minus 325, I think. Minus 325, so it's kind of like high. I'm not going to lie. But if you do like the pick and you're confident in it, I'm not going to lie, put it in the lay if you don't want to pick a winner in this fight. Because I do think one knockdown happens. I might put it in a little lotto. But I think I'm going to have Chris in everything, man. I like Chris a lot here. I think the experience is going to take over. And I think he has power in this weight class. Definitely more than Ben. I think he's fast. I think he has timing. And I think it's a step up for Ben that he is not ready for. But Ben is a great fighter. That's all I got to say, man. That's my breakdown. I hope y'all enjoyed. Turn them post noties on. We going to make some fucking bread this weekend. Got some great fucking potential. And yeah, man. Hope y'all have a good one.